It's Week 12 of the NFL, and this one features Jaylen Warren. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Raiders and the Giants, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game?
And off we go from Las Vegas. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Now a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Ward. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Motioning to the left is Robinson. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
You see the numbers in last week's game for Warren. 19 carries, 83 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball start, offense.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Ward. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Ward under pressure, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
You talk about this Giant defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now run straight ahead with Warren. A beautiful fake. And able to get this to the 31.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That's on Lyle Collins, free agent signee who was originally thought of as a first-round draft pick. A handoff for Warren. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2nd and 16. On the give, it's Warren. Breaks a tackle, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll run it. Warren. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal at the 1. White will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. Incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
That is caught, and he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Ward. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. A give, Singletary right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Raiders defense. Now they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Looking to throw. Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. In motion left, Robinson. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, it'll be Singletary. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Singletary will score. Touchdown, New York.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Robert Spillane able to bring him down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Ball start. Offense.
Now, 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap 1st down. Now, you still won't get a 1st down even if you do exactly the same thing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Ball start. Offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now a run with Warren. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll start with the option. Shifts past him at the 45. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd down and 6 now. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Ward from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Short throw caught by Bowers. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. The 11-yard line.
Back to throw here. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Raider 1st down.
Back to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Raiders at 1-9 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Ward. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This one is Slayton over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. It's Robinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw. Ward eluding the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the victory as his guys push their record up to 8-3 on the year. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. James Cook, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Jared Goff, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here's Warren. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 15. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Ward. And that is incomplete here. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Motioning to the left is Robinson. Looking to throw. Ward. His throw incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'll set up to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
41 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
In motion, Slayton. They'll run with Herbert.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
At the 46-yard line.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Over the middle, he's got Myers. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Got his man, it's Warren.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That is caught. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
A handoff for Warren.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Myers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. throwing to start the drive. Ward, and his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24.
Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Now Ward throwing to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Ward.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
On the give, it's Warren. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's Myers again with another catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Warren will try the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
They'll run it. Warren with a juke. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Warren will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Giants ready to come out now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Flushed out right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Ward. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down, and the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raiders offense and Jacoby Myers head out for this next drive, and he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 1. Short throw caught by Bowers. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ward. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Laube. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
to gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Robinson's got it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Ward. Catch made by Slayton. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In motion left, Robinson. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looking to throw. Ward. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Back to throw. Ward. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync.
So for Las Vegas,
it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.